A lot of people talk about getting the gun up early, getting into a position so you can start shooting early and so you can save time. I want to use this video to demonstrate what that looks like and why it is exactly that you do indeed save time, even though you might be moving slower and even though it might feel like you're slower. So I've got a couple videos here. I'm going to be shooting about an 8-inch plate at 10 to 12 yards. Yeah, it's about 10 to 12 yards. And it's going to be pretty simple. On the buzzer, I'm going to move into position and fire one shot at the steel. So you can see, pretty simple, about 4 or 5 steps, and boom. So you'll notice here, I purposely took my time, and as I come into position, you'll see the gun. I'm not aiming, right? The gun is still below my eyesight. I don't start aiming till I get here, right? Right there. This is when I start aiming. So I'm already in position when I start aiming. This next video, you're going to see me save some time. So, saved about 0.2 of a second, right? So why is that? Because when I come in, I start aiming right there. Right there. So you see my feet, right? 1, 2. So I start aiming 2 steps before I actually get into position. Boom. So during this whole time, I'm aiming, right? I'm giving myself time to aim as I come into position. This whole time right here. And so even though I might be moving into position slower because I'm aiming, I ultimately save 0.2 because I'm ready to fire as soon as I get into position. I can fire the shot. So I end up saving time even though I'm moving a little bit slower. So you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing even with a barrier. It's a little bit trickier. So you can see this is going to be the slower run because I run up to it and I'm not aiming until I get here. Right. Faster version. Right. Come in. I'm aiming right here. Right. So with a barrier, it's a little bit trickier, but it's still doable. All you need to do is find a point. Find a point on the barrel that lines up with the target. And so as you're coming into position, you get the gun up and you start aiming at the barrel, right? So as soon as you can see the target, your sights are going to be pretty close, if not right on the target. So you can fire that shot. So here I saved about 2 to 0.3 of a second. Alright. So that's really all there is to it. You need to start aiming about generally 2 steps before you get into position. And although that might feel slower, it's ultimately going to be a little bit faster. Thanks, guys.